list of what happened last time. Okay, so we opened up, I believe, with
Listening, I promise.
in the inn. I already forgot the inn name, but it doesn't matter right now. In Red Larchers. With the party talking a bit with Braylon, the young boy who was rescued essentially from the mysterious cavern underneath Red Larch from a clearly not okay father and other mysterious members of a group that we don't really know much about. They learned from him that his father is Rothar, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Rothar, other hand.
Rothar was working with the wagon maker, you know as Illmith, and that this Rothar person worked at a second meat processing type of place. He called it a butcher, and we're going to follow up on that later. In order of the actual events that happened, if I got this right, the party ended up splitting between, I believe it was just Whirl that took Braylon to, or stayed with him at the inn, and everyone else went down to talk with Constable Harbor. I think we're just calling him Harbuck at this point, which I'm fine with.
That works.
At least I've heard it a few times.
Bucky, yeah.
Bucky. There we go.
All right, I think I'm good. Flipping back to that. After you guys had a pretty serious conversation with him about a few things, including getting him to volunteer to enter a zone of truth to talk with you guys more about stuff that's going on to make sure that you guys had the right story coming from him. Among other details, what I noticed is that he reiterated to maintain the secrecy of the identities of the four people who are with him pretty much at all times. But other than that, discussed and answered the questions you guys had, at least well enough to make you feel confident that he's with you, he's not really keeping anything from you, you can trust him, despite all the crazy stuff that's been happening. In that conversation, he also gave all of you information about your respective faction contacts, which will be followed up at various points. Flipping back to Whirl, among some fun and games with Braylon, you were able to... I'll just turn them down. Thank you. We're sound checking as I'm doing this because of all the rearranging. And the new mic setup, which is like in my face, but you guys can't really see it, so that's good. Where was I? Okay, Whirl's talking with Braylon in the inn during the whole semi-interrogation with Constable Harbug. He ends up drawing the symbols that he's seen on some mysterious people that he knows his father is afraid of. And Whirl ends up recognizing this symbol as at least part of what you've seen before. Yes. I can't turn my mic volume up anymore. You guys on the call can hear me okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes. Maybe it's just Twitch, because...
I feel like in general Twitch seems to be quieter than I want it to be.
Yeah.
Is it better? Okay. I'm getting the thumbs up now. Just had to rework the levels. Okay, Braylon is drawing a bunch of symbols that Whirl ends up recognizing. And I believe I already said that he says his father is afraid of the people who wear this symbol. But we don't really know anything more about these people. The party, upon reconvening, takes Braylon to Mother Yolantha's for safe harbor while they continue on their sort of open search on a bunch of loose ends for information at the same time. There was a fun effort to disguise him. That was a entertaining little sequence. You guys ended up meeting Mother Yolanta's son, Joseph, who quickly took a liking to Braylon, and they played together as you guys headed out. The constable pointed you toward Mandivers, which is the second sort of meat-based shop. Different in nature, though. And you guys end up meeting the boisterous Mini Mandiver. She tells you that Rothar, what used to be, at this point, an employee of hers, and that he has likely fled town. Later, you guys also end up, upon searching the edge of the cave that ended up following someone out of, that Ilmith has also likely fled. Him specifically to the north, based on where the exit of that cave was. Fast forward a little bit, and the party learns more information about a missing delegation of people, a rather large one actually, that was supposed to arrive several days ago to Red Larch. And after talking with faction contacts, Whirl ends up revealing to the party that she received a magically sent message from a friend that she's been looking for. Visiting the Harper contact Valibo reveals the search for an important book carried by a dwarf that was a part of that delegation. They also learn of a sketchy merchant who sold a different book to Valibo, who originally got it from a town called Womford. This is not a town you've heard of before. In the end, the party learns of a connection to the delegation meant to arrive several days ago. So all of these seem to be connected in some way. You're eventually directed toward a town called Yartar, which was the first town that this group of people was supposed to visit before coming to Red Larch. And this town is to the north. And the night before leaving, they meet a dwarven archaeologist named Gimlin, who easily reveals that he is actually the brother of the dwarf in question with the missing delegation, who he was supposed to meet here in Red Larch. You guys end up buying a wagon and named it RT Boy.
RT Boys?
For ragtag bunch of idiots. As well as 2 horses, along with a deal with, I failed at the name here, but we'll figure that out when we need to.
Thalorn, or Thalorn? Thelorn?
Yes, Thelorn. There it is. The owner of the stables has agreed to basically keep and take care of the horses anytime you guys are in town free of charge, because of the fact that you purchased 2 and the fact that you're helping out the town in clearly dangerous ways. That is all I have. I believe you guys are like leaving town at this point. Do I have that straight?
Yep.
We ended last session us leaving.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay, so here's how this is gonna go, or at least how it's gonna start. I need to check this out. You're gonna have about 7 days travel, assuming you beeline to Yartar, assuming nothing ends up changing your direction in any sort of significant way. I wrestled a lot, and again, bear with me, this is like a new DM thing. I wrestled a lot with not wanting to have random encounters for the sake of having random encounters during travel, versus wanting to actually do something that was meaningful for you, the characters, and or the story that you are in right now, or some combination. So I first want to open it up to you guys to say, over the course of at least the first 2 days, is there anything particularly weighing on you in character that you would want to discuss, plan, talk about, try to piece things together that you haven't figured out already, or just put open questions on the table that we might have missed?
So I actually have an out-of-character question for you, Juice.
Sure.
So, and again, this may be an in-character question. Who
If
knows?
it can be, we're going to say it is. That's just how I'm going to do things. Yeah.
Okay. So I wasn't sure if it was intentional, the way that you were phrasing each of the shopkeepes.
Okay.
Because all of them had a very similar speech pattern about the way that they were talking to us, about how they were all being real nice, which is great, but also they were all saying the exact same things.
Okay. What are
and-
these exact
yeah.
same things?
Things like, the less I know, the better. And since you've been helping us out, we're going to give you a deal. And like, I need to go back and re-listen to it. But I remember ending the night going, and you can ask my husband, I ended the night. And I said to him, something felt weird about that. I feel like we should re-listen to it. And then, the last 2 weeks happened and we had a bit of a crazy 2 weeks. So.
Okay.
What do the kids say now? She's like, this is all real sus. They're saying now.
Sus juice.
Okay.
It makes me sound so much cooler than I am.
So that is an awesome observation. So 2 things in response to that. Yes, it is on purpose.
Okay.
Like,
Great.
It is on purpose. But number 2, don't let anything I say about it out of character necessarily influence how you feel about it. Like whatever feelings you want to have about it, like it's sus or it's not, or maybe they're just nice because it's a trade town and that's how people are because they see a lot of people. However you want to feel about it, roll with it in character, and that will help us shape how events happen moving forward. It's great either way.
Okay. Well, now I'm back in character.
Yeah, if you want to be talking about that in character, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, great. So, with everybody saying very, very similar things to us, it reminded me a little bit of just sort of the speech patterns of the group that we met, the 3 of us, Cal and Iz, in that sort of weird abandoned town where the folks just sort of like had their little speech and they just kept going with it. And part of me wonders if this is how it started. This is, like, if everyone sort of fell into patterns and then all of a sudden they fully transitioned. Because I noticed that speech pattern from Thalorn, the animal guy. Well, I didn't notice it because I wasn't there for that. But Stannon and Joseph and the y'all's person.
Oh.
Indar?
Indris?
Indrith Beliveau.
Indra's not
Yeah.
Indar. My dude.
all I was there for all 3 of them, and they all said certain things that seemed surprising to me, that they all 3 said the exact same certain things.
Right. That's a good point, Kurt. It makes me think about all the other similarities between Red Larch and the town from before.
Ravenwood.
Where
Or town.
Ravenwood.
Ravenwood.
Okay.
Where, we found a bunch of people underground. We found a bunch of people underground here too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something's not right. And I
And when
appreciate
you
you having an
guys-
eye for it.
When you guys were fighting with that group, did you notice was the guy that we fought there?
I didn't see him.
Okay.
I didn't see many people, but none of them looked like him.
Great.
Just so I know what you're talking about, the guy that you just mentioned, Gert, Which guy are
The
you
one
talking
with the staff.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh.
The
Druid
big
looking
bad. Yeah, the
So you're asking if they saw that particular person
Yes.
in the cave under Red Larch.
Yes.
Got
Yes.
it.
Yes. I'm bad with like actual names. I'm just like the guy who did the thing. And
That's
the
all
dude.
right. There's so many, and you've witnessed me get several of them mixed up and forgotten many times
Yeah.
already. So, and I'm the one with all the notes.
Yeah. Good point. Very, very astute there.
So yeah, I guess I'm just. I still want to trust these people because they're doing good things for us at the moment. But I am cautiously trusting them because at this point, if it's mind control, we're screwed.
Yeah, I don't think I'm strong enough for that.
Yeah, we got to
No.
figure something out.
Yeah.
No, you can be strong enough if you really hold to it. I know there's been a few times during battles that I felt some sort of strange force try to sort of make me a little more mad than I should have been at the moment, but managed to kind of shake it off as best I could.
Well, you're much stronger in that kind of resolve. I'm the sneaky smart. I'm not the brain smart, so I feel an anticipation of trouble with that in the future. Just throwing that out there.
So, Cal, you're saying that there are things that have been going and tampering with your mind, or attempting to, at least. Well, in that case, I wouldn't say mind control is too far out of reach for possibilities.
We should do some research on that at some point.
Maybe Gimlin knows about ancient mind control stuff.
Yeah.
Good point.
When we get home, we'll talk to him. I'll put it in my notes.
Talk to Gimlin about X.
Pointing back to the recap, generally speaking, real quick too, I do understand, guys, and I hope it's not bogging you guys down too much. That the last few weeks have been like way heavy on info dump and lore stuff and like opening up all sorts of mysteries. But you guys
That's why
are
we take
making
notes, my dude.
Yeah. We got notes and
Dedicated book.
there's a lot. It's a lot of setup for a long-term campaign. So if you do feel like out of character, if you do feel like anything's missing that shouldn't be, let me know. But trust me, where you're at right now is okay as far as all the potential stuff.
Sick.
Yeah.
No, I love having a lot of this information, though. It's super exciting.
Okay, sorry, I did not mean to take you guys away from that conversation if you wanted to continue it.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I feel about the town right now. And we're on our way to Yartar. Do we have a game plan? Anybody have ideas for what? Are we just gonna roll in and be like, "Yo, you seen this lady?"
And also these other ladies and probably
Yeah.
also dudes. Wasn't there like an armored like group of people taking them, like escorting them to Red Larch, and all of those people have disappeared.
Yeah, there was like a big group
Fun.
of people.
Yes,
gone.
it was like there was a very specific delegation was the name, which is more than like ragtag bunch of idiots. I feel like.
We should remain impartial to the information. Like, we shouldn't be too specific with why we're looking for it. I know we do have some personal connections to members in that group, but maybe the further away from it, starting out at least, the further out from the information, someone might be a little more coerced to tell us more things. If they find out that we're with a group that got kidnapped for whatever reason or attacked, that might be the attacker, and you don't want to have that happen. So just proceed with caution with any questioning that we end up doing to the townsfolk or others along the way.
Maybe we don't necessarily question them, but get them to tell us the information as if they wanted to. Like, for example, asking, like, or saying, this town is odd. I suppose you wouldn't get a lot of important people coming through here. Maybe that would coax somebody into saying if the delegation has come to town.
I mean, also, if it's along the long road, chances are there's like some chunk of people that are coming through either on their way to Red Larch or further down to the coast. So I bet, yeah, if we do the play down, like, gee, I bet nobody shows up here. Yeah, I think that's a good game plan. What is our cover story or reasoning for going up to Yartar?
I mean, we can be honest and say that we're looking for someone, but we don't have to be descriptive about exactly who that is.
Fair.
Could still be, yes, just hired to investigate suspicious or odd circumstances
Yeah.
in the region.
I don't see any reason to make any false claims about our intentions unless it proves to be extremely worthwhile.
Fair.
But I don't foresee that happening quite yet. We'll see.
I might let you guys handle that because I'm not great with the lying.
I might be.
Yeah, the
see.
lying is not my my jam. So,
I mean, that's fair. It's usually not mine. Sometimes it's just a matter of needing to stay alive and having to come up with something to cover myself instead of being extremely truthful about what I intend to do.
Sometimes it's
Bending the
just
truth a little.
Sometimes it's just, showing everyone else that they are in a different position when it comes to information.
Did you save up those knuckle cracks for that?
Yes.
Tight.
Sure did.
oh, jeez.
Okay.
See, I had a totally different plan.
Which
you
was
did?
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna suggest we just gather everybody in the town square and cast Zone of Truth, and it's gonna be magic.
perfect. That's totally
Perfect.
yeah.
Well,
I
like,
don't know
we'll do it in a Peach Dragon style. We'll gather everybody like we're traveling salesmen, and then we'll
Nice.
Then
just cast
Zone
Zone of
of
Truth over the whole thing.
Truth
Yeah.
Seems legit,
from
yeah.
behind.
Yep.
And
Yep. Absolutely.
how many rolls is that going to be?
Sadly, I don't think
75.
that. Yeah, sadly, I don't think that a full town can fit into 15 feet. So.
Maybe we'll run into another wedding and it won't
maybe it's the small
already be
town.
in the
Oh.
Ah.
We'll put them on risers. Or you can levitate people, can't you?
I can levitate one
Stack
person a
'em,
day. And I think it has to weigh less than like some amount of poundage, which is why I can lift a small child into the air, but not like, or maybe myself, but not like
Okay.
most things.
But not
500 pounds. That's pretty good.
500 pounds is like 3 people.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to say toward the end of your second day of travel, we are going to fast forward this a little bit. You do find yourselves, about halfway through the first day, you found yourselves hitting this entrance of the hilly area of the road ahead of you. And then by nearing the end of the second day, you can start to see the other end of it, at least on the road that you're on. And you unexpectedly find on one side of the road a large like a crevice, with 2 bodies inside of it, like right off the road.
That's not a good sign. Should we park the wagon and investigate?
I'm jumping off and I'm gonna go run over to investigate I guess first to check if they're alive, unless it's pretty obvious I can tell that they're like dead.
Yeah, it's going to be obvious that they are not, or at least they are at least unconscious until you specifically check. But you just said you would check, so.
Right. Well, I guess if it's not obvious that they're dead or not, I want to find causality. I want to see if I can investigate causality of what happened to them.
Okay, make a survival check.
Survival. Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Well,
Man.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
They're pretty bloodied up. But they're like in the middle of this like crater thing, and they're really bloodied up, but hard for you to tell.
Okay.
I want to know what made.
I lost you. Uh-oh, did I lose everybody?
Hello?
No.
Hello?
Oh, okay.
We're here.
Sorry,
Am I
my
just
stuff, all my stuff froze for
Okay.
a second. What was that?
oh no.
I said I want to know what made the crater.
Okay. That's going to be. I gotta pull up your character sheet for this.
Okay. I know what I'm hoping it is.
My campaigns. This one. World. Where are you? There you are. Okay, I need you to make an intelligence check. So it's just going to be a d20 with your
That
+1
one.
modifier.
Okay.
Hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Nice.
you have a really hard time telling exactly what made it.
It's a hole in the ground.
It's a big old divot in the ground.
I would like to go and see if this is something that I can heal, or if this is if they're dead.
Make a religion check or arcana check at advantage. Your choice.
Oh. Well, they're the same, so I'm gonna go with a religion check.
Okay.
There we go.
18, and that's
Nice.
18.
Oh, shit.
All
Um,
right.
Right.
Okay, they are definitely dead.
Okay.
However, being a cleric, hence the advantage, you would at least know that there exist ways to communicate with dead people in various ways, and or bring them back if you so chose.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are they recently dead?
Oh, that's going to be a survival check.
Okay, that's fine. I'm good with survival. Or not. That's an 8.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to tell. A lot of the blood around them seems pretty dried up. But even with an 8, you guys as a party in general would understand that this being like a pretty well-traveled road, like it's pretty odd for just a couple of dead bodies to be hanging out. Like generally, questions that might come to mind are, if anybody saw this, why wouldn't they be taken care of? Why wouldn't such an incident be reported? Because attacks on a road, if that's what this was, they don't go unnoticed, and people going missing don't go unreported. That sort of thing. So it's generally odd that a couple of dead bodies would just be sitting off of this well-traveled road.
Can I cast Spare the Dying? I would like to cast Spare the Dying.
You can.
Okay. Just to see.
Let's check this out. Can you click on it so I
Yeah.
can see the description?
Oh, sorry.
Awesome.
Such a living
Oh, yeah.
creature.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So I'm gonna give that back to you because I didn't realize it had that
Okay.
wording.
Yep.
Yeah, you would know.
cantrip.
Having determined that they
Yeah,
are
it's
they
just a
are
cantrip.
definitely dead. Oh, okay. Having determined that they are definitely dead. Yeah,
Right.
you'd know this would not have done anything for you.
Deaf dead. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Can I tell like the status of the people that are dead? Like if they're religious or nobles, or like if like their position in society.
Sure. So at this point, you guys have asked enough questions about it and been specific enough that I'm going to assume that like all of you are pretty much right up on the bodies, checking them out.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you're not, raise your hand. Okay.
Now we're checking it out.
For those of you who would recognize, I can't remember who would and who would not. One of these bodies you can definitely tell is Ilmith. The other is a
Oh,
larger,
that's me. I know.
fit-ish man, and they're wearing like matching, very nondescript robes, like traveler's cloak sort of thing. And yeah, and but the one is Ilmith.
So does the other one look like he would be middle-aged, dark hair, and medium build?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Son of a mother.
Jeez.
But I mean, realistically, like, okay, middle-aged, dark hair, medium build is like average human shape.
I mean,
We
it
we
is,
did
but-
establish that it was a very not very helpful
Not
description
descriptive.
that you got in
Right.
the first place of that second guy. Rothar?
Rothar, yeah. Well, how coincidental would it be if this was Ilmith and not Rothar?
Yeah. It's Rothar.
I don't
Um,
think it's Rothar. Until we meet Rothar or someone says, oh yeah, Rothar's dead, I do not believe he is dead.
Can everybody make an investigation check, please?
Yes, sir.
Get too rough.
18.
Oh, I'm not so good at investigation.
19 for Cal.
17.
Okay,
13.
so couple of you are sort of checking around, like nearby the bodies, and maybe a couple more of you are. You've already said you've been like actually checking them out to see if you can identify them, that sort of thing. Nearby, you're going to find a ruffled piece of paper that has clearly a message on it saying, "The believers are a loose end," with a symbol instead of a signature.
What does the symbol look like? Not that I'm stoked on symbols, but
Pulling
I'm
it
kind of
up
stoked on them.
as you asked.
That's the same one that was on their things. And is the one that Braylon's dad is afraid of.
Ooh.
The eye?
The cult of the Black Earth.
Did it show you the full description? That
It
makes
does
me
show the
so
name.
mad.
So let's pretend we don't know the name. It's just a spooky picture of a TV.
Thing.
What? So wait.
And if you look at the picture of the other thing
Oh,
that we saw,
that's fine. So it only says the
It's-
cult of the Black Earth and nothing else?
right?
Okay, that's fine.
But like our little teepee friend is in the eye.
There we go. My roll. I just realized my roll 20 wasn't loading correctly.
Oh, yeah. I was like, I'm not seeing this. What are you
Yeah.
guys talking about?
Oh, that's the name of it's showing you the name of the object. Okay, I gotta
Right.
keep that in mind.
Cool.
I gotta keep that in mind.
I'm just assuming that Whirl and probably also the rest of us only recognize the symbol and not the name.
Right.
That's what my brain's doing.
I'm gonna do this. Let's let me think about this for a second. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna deal with it, so I don't have to try and keep track of a bunch of extra stuff. You guys know that that's called the Cult of the Black Earth at this point.
with like a drunk guy in the tavern, just like
Yeah.
arm in arm with a buddy, clinking his ale. Hey, you hear about this weird shit? The cult of the Black.
That sounds accurate.
Eh,
And the other
okay.
one's like, I don't want to know about any of that stuff.
The less I know, the better.
The less I know, the better.
All of them.
It's happening.
So
Wait, so the believers are loose end. So does that mean that the believers would be like a subsidiary of the what is it called?
Cult of the Black Earth.
Of the cult of the Black Earth?
I don't know. Yeah, I got nothing.
Anything else you guys want to try to check out or do with this before, I guess, moving
I
on?
take it there's no other like insignia or like ritualistic cuttings on these guys. They're just like two dead guys.
Correct. And actually, with the checks that you guys made before, Cal and
Yes.
you would recognize that this crater-like thing was definitely created by earth elemental magic.
Whoa. Yo, that's some druid shit.
Weren't druids also the ones with the bear crate?
We thought the druid was the bear.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's funny. Because the guys were like, oh, fucking druid shit, or whatever. When we were talking about the bear.
Yeah.
Druids and their damn pets, I believe is what they
Druids
said.
and their damn pets.
Do we see like any? Sucks that this is a busy road because I want to look for like tracks or anything identifying the direction of whoever did this to them, wherever they may have gone. Or like if we've seen anybody in our travels going the opposite direction coming towards Red Larch.
That's a good question. No, you did not see anybody in the day and a half
Weird.
that you've been here, that you've been on the road.
Okay. And is
said
there anything like on the ground, any tracks or anything that we can see of like the scuffle?
Make a survival check. Do another survival check.
Okay, I gotta scroll down for that one. 18.
Okay. The road is well traveled enough that it is virtually impossible to really pinpoint anything specific to what you're looking for. However,
Should have played a ranger.
the immediate vicinity in and around this crater seems you'd be fairly confident that if there was no struggle, like this was a sudden strike type of situation.
Okay.
DM, you said that we're by the what were they called? Somber Hills?
Yes.
Yeah,
You're basically exiting the one side of the Somber Hills now.
And then the Somber Hills was the area where the constable said that there was suspicious activity, right?
Yes.
I think so.
I just
Yeah,
realized
just-
that you guys can't see this label, so I gotta try to fix that. But the map does not want to cooperate with me.
Yeah, I'm still in the Red Larch map.
Yeah.
Oh, you are. I am so
Red
sorry.
Larch, too.
Yes.
Let's get you guys over here.
Oh, hey. It's in the map.
It's the world.
No, wrong way.
Uh,
Cool.
Oh,
Somber Hills.
so
Can you see the
I
Somber
guess
Hills label?
Yes.
Yes.
It's right next to you guys? Okay.
I'm too far zoomed in, so probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, we are far away.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, everything that you can see on the map right now would be the overall layout of the area that you have understood from people telling you where things are, as well as places you've actually been.
Okay.
Okay.
The constable told us that there was suspicious activity in this area. So
You would also
maybe
recall that he told you about, at least one more road going into a different area of the hills, and he did not specify between the two or more.
Well, this was around where we saw the storm too, isn't it?
yes.
I think so.
Yes, because yeah. So
Except I think it was a little more east, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like more like in the hills as opposed to on the outskirts.
It was. That's accurate.
I mean,
but it would make sense for a cult to be in the hills and not by the outskirts.
yes, it would make sense.
Make an intelligence check, Taryn.
Oh. On my plus 0. My plus 0, we got this. Oh,
Hey,
Look at you.
Not making any judgments about groups of people that you don't know. You would know that anybody who wanted to hide would likely go into such hills.
So
If they wanted to
yes.
hide.
So hills make good hiding spots.
They do.
Just putting it out there.
And they're not, I should describe these a little better. It's not like little sledding hills bumping around on the grassland here. It's like not quite mountains, but again,
It's like
not,
driving through
not
Northern
windows.
California.
Yeah,
Like plateaus.
yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Would the horses and wagons be able to handle the terrain?
Ooh. Make a animal handling check.
I'm good at that one.
And this isn't to try it yet. This is just to see if you would have a good understanding of whether it's
22.
doable.
Ooh.
Blah, blah,
Okay.
blah.
So you would
Actually.
understand that carefully finding safe pathways, or at least not like super steep areas and drop-offs and things like that, it would be possible with healthy animals. But you would also understand that there would be risks involved.
Would you guys want to attempt to, take the cart? If we want to do it on foot, then somebody needs to stay back with the cart. But also, then maybe bandits. So,
Tricky position to be in.
Yes, correct.
At this point, what do we find more important, though? Finding the delegates or investigating who killed Illness and maybe Rothar?
I'd say they're both pretty important.
Yeah,
They
that's
are
the
both
problem.
pretty important.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Is there anywhere around us that looks like a good hiding spot for a cart and some horses?
Hiding spot?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
do we have a cave around that we could like
Yeah, that.
dress it up?
Okay, make an investigation check.
Sick.
Anybody who would be trying to determine this.
Fuck, 9.
19. I'm on fire tonight, yo.
It looks kind of like just a hilly area, and Gert, you're able to really confirm that. No, it doesn't. It seems like this is really just a passerby valley type of area. There's really nothing you can find it by way of caves or hidden off hideaways.
So, hiding is out.
I mean, I think we keep going on with the delegation. I feel like this is a little too risky now that we have like more precious cargo and animals we have to care for. Maybe if we come back through Red Larch, we like park the animals for a second and then go digging through the hills, since then we'll all be on foot. And we do currently have the deal with what's his guy who doesn't want to know anything about anything, that we will watch
Hey,
out.
Lauren.
Hey, Lauren.
Yeah.
Something tells me that if the folks that did this to these poor fellows are around, there's a good chance that we may run into them without need for investigation.
All right.
So
Juice,
we
did
do.
you put the label of that for us there?
Yes, I'm just
Okay.
remembering that you guys had been told about these, so I'm putting
Cool.
them visible.
Red Garden.
What a
That doesn't
creepy ass
sound
name for a
spooky.
forest.
Yeah. So we just press forward to scroll, please.
Yartar?
Yartar.
Yes.
Names are
Yartar.
not my strong suit.
So if you guys are maximizing on the amount of time that you would travel until basically sundown, this is about how far you would get.
Okay.
You would not really be able to see far enough to determine anything directly ahead of you. As far as you know, there's just more road and still several days travel between here and Yartar.
Okay. Cool.
Camping out here? Actually,
Yep.
I
Sounds
shouldn't.
good.
I shouldn't ask that. We said we're gonna sort of fast forward the days a little bit.
Yeah.
You guys already covered like important conversations that you want to have. So if you would like, again, I don't want to do, at least not yet, random encounters just for the sake of random encounters. So I'll say after 2 more days travel, after another half day, you would get to a town with this long road going north-south through it, just like Red Larch, and one slightly less kept road going to the east that you would recognize as the Stone Trail from signs nearby. Let me get all those on the map. Okay, that's about a half-day travel. Going farther, unless you guys wanted to stop for any reason.
Maybe we'll just like slow roll through West Bridge and like check it out. Like eye it, see if anything looks creepy.
Any suspicious behavior?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a
Or
bunch of
if
people
they have
there.
any donuts.
Or if they have a donut place.
Yep.
Because apparently
See-
everyone in D&D loves pastries.
Yup.
See if they have
doesn't,
invented
man?
donuts.
Okay, let me check to make sure I have this right.
It's like, let me check to make sure that they don't have donuts.
I mean, I'll take like a beignet, I'll take a sopapilla. I just want something doughy and fried.
So
If we ever
Oh,
find a
Sopapillas are
donut,
the
Put the
shit.
flag up. Put your flag up.
if we ever find a stray donut,
Gross.
the campaign just ends. We're done.
That's where I'm settling down. Like I don't even give a shit. I'm
Like, I
here
got
for
my
pastries.
donut.
I
Okay.
will say this is a mildly out of character thing that I've noticed, but the fun symbol thing that we found in the cave, those symbols are on this map.
What?
Don't know if anyone's noticed that.
What?
They're
Oh.
separated.
That's one thing I don't like about these maps is like,
I mean, it's
Get some
nondescript.
stuff
It doesn't
away.
say anything. It's just
Right.
like, hey,
Yeah.
here it is. But I was looking at the compass and I was like, that thing looks familiar.
I'll
And
tell
then I
him, yeah,
looked
yeah.
at my notes and I was like, that's the eye thing.
And I don't
I was like,
understand why
"Oh."
that by itself is not the symbol that gets revealed in the cave. Like, why did they have to give you the whole 9 yards in the cave?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think
Because I mean, it's obvious right now there are pieces that you like have to figure stuff out, and they make up a hole in some way or another. But like all that's given away the first time you see any one piece.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
I don't know.
yeah, that's like on all D&D pre-written module world maps. Like the symbols around the maps are like giveaways to some kind of theme in the module.
right. Good to
Look at
know.
all that Strahd shit now. Oh god.
Okay.
Just spoil the campaign, wizards.
That's okay. It doesn't spoil too much, at least in this case, so we can still roll
They're
with
just
it.
cool symbols for now.
Yep. Okay, so Westbridge is basically a farming village. So you guys are you're gonna see several fields, and I guess that's what these markings are, kind of around the perimeter of it. You can see fields being worked and growing and tilled, and then not really anything too bustling in the village itself. Obviously several residences, some small shops, but nothing of major significance from what you can tell.
All right.
We just keep on.
Keep on. Keep it down.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Bone wagoning.
After another day or so, you're going to get to about here, where you can see a rather large bridge going across a bog. And this is pretty much near the end of this day. And you're going to notice one little boat, like a 1 or 2 person sort of rowboat sort of thing, just under the bridge. And as you get closer, you'll hear some what sounds like tapping.
Has anyone heard the tale of ye olde 3 billy goats gruh? Should we? I feel like we should check out what's going on under the bridge before we cross it.
Sure. Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
What?
So as you guys get closer and go to check it out, you actually hear what sounds in the distance like some singing.
Tight.
And as you get even closer, you'll notice that there is indeed one single boat with 2 occupants, and both of them seem to kind of be bopping up and down. And one of them is singing, with the other sort of rapping on what looks like a washboard.
Cute.
Do we know the words to the song? Like, can we hear, like, specifically the lyrics? Are
You
they
gonna do
saying
that to
anything
me, huh?
specific? No, I just want to know if it's like, is it a poem that might be telling us some information, or is it just like, I'm having a great day, I love the bog?
Pretty important distinction there.
That
Yeah.
is an important distinction. So
Yeah.
when you get closer, you're just gonna see them bopping up and down, and you'll hear the words, "We're gonna take you down. We're gonna take you down. We're gonna take you all the way down."
Oh.
That could be fun and lovely, or it could be a doom song, and that's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
Could
Okay,
be.
fine. As you have that thought,
Yeah.
going down the bayou, going down the bayou, going down the bayou, taking you all the way.
Okay, fair.
They
With
look
my terrible
suspiciously
singing
like frogs. The
Kill
closer
you!
they get.
No.
No, I didn't know
What?
John Fogerty was in this version. That's wild.
That's- I'm still cautious about it.
All of a sudden, they change their
I'm
minds
never
and
singing
break
for
into
you
down in
guys
the
again.
corner.
Please note that.
Please do. It's great.
It's my
We
favorite.
get all sorts of shit from Michelle for that.
Many fireflies are around them.
Yeah, there's the reference. All right. Love it.
I was looking for it. I couldn't find it, and then I got it.
Well,
Sorry.
hail and well met then. As they're taking a drink from what I can only presume to be giant jugs that have 3 X's on it.
Yeah, big old water skin.
Straight up moonshine.
Oh, hello there, traveler.
Hi.
Hi, friend.
What are you doing out here this late at night?
Oh, my name Louis. I'm a fisherman. I fish.
What kind of fish are in this bog?
Oh my god.
You could say big ones. I don't have to know.
Well, it's the medium-sized kind. This is just a Black Maw Bog. Ain't no big rivers or big lakes here.
Good luck on your fishing. We have business to attend to, but well met.
Well, okay then. You sure you don't need some dinner?
How are we looking on rations, guys?
I'm always down for friendship hang.
Yeah.
Friendship hang.
We caught more than we can eat ourselves. And both
Okay,
he
'cause we-
and the woman that he is with hold up like large baskets that are clearly jostling with like the tails of several fish.
Great. I'd love to have dinner with folks. Yeah,
I'm game. Yeah, let's do this.
Hi, new friends.
Okay, Dan, come on down. And he's going to toss out a rope to you guys to sort of help him reel into shore a little bit.
I know, but hang on. Hang tight.
Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Are we eating in the boat with them, or have they like pulled over to the side?
They would have pulled over enough that you guys are kind of like camping out.
Okay.
Excuse me, under the bridge
Because I feel like 7 people in a rowboat's a bad idea.
in their little
Very bad idea.
two-person dinghy.
Right.
How many
Where you
rentals
guys
did we
off
sink
to?
The boat? We're heading up to Yartar. Have you ever been up that way?
Oh, yes. Kind of dangerous, though. I try to stay away. It give me the heebie-jeebies.
Ooh, anything we should be worried about?
Well, I met some not-so-pleasant folk nearby, and, I don't really do not pleasant folk. I like to be nice. Have good conversation, have good food, good fishing.
These
And,
folk,
they're not so nice over there.
these folk have dark robes on by any chance?
I don't know. There's a lot of people in and out of there, so I don't really pay too much attention.
Kind of not nice, like cheating at a card game, or like actually evil stuff.
Well, if you're not buying something, they're kind of rude. And they're not much for conversating either. So, really outside of my league. I got nothing else.
I think all of our brains stopped.
Yeah.
We're conversating, and then
And
everybody
that's-
stops talking.
We've had such RP heavy sessions the last few that, you know, if you don't want to take it any farther, that's fine. We can just call it a night and go to the next day.
Well, nice to meet you, Lewis. We hope you have a good night. Would you like any, thank you for sharing your fish with us. Would you like anything in return for the favor?
Oh, no. I just enjoy the company fine. And me and my wife here, we just like seeing nice folk and talking a little bit when we can.
It's nice to meet you guys.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I quite caught your wife's name. Excuse me, madam. My name is Taryn. What would yours be?
She is going to quickly, you'll notice she hasn't spoken to this point. She's going to quickly give a few hand signals to Lewis, and he's going to quickly, oh, I'm so sorry. My wife named Rena, but she can't talk none.
That's
I'm
okay.
so sorry.
And she's gonna open her mouth and show you that her tongue is missing.
Oh no!
That sucks.
Did someone do that to her? I don't mean to bring up anything bad, but that's not great. Poor thing.
So she's gonna give you like a wave as if to say don't worry about it, and then give some more hand signals to Lewis, and he'll pipe in again and say, "Oh, terrible accident from long time ago. It was unpleasant times then, but that's behind us. We don't need to worry about that none."
Well, as long as you guys have each other, I think you're gonna be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen anybody else come up and down this road in the last few days?
Oh yeah. I said all that about unpleasant folk near Yartar, but you may know the intersection north at Triboar. You'll have to pass through there to get to Yartar. We saw a lot of crazy storm happening up there about a week ago, and I know a lot of people in and out. So I have a feeling it might have been some kind of dangerous activity. Where there are trade towns, there are also thieves and more aggressively unpleasant folk rather than just the rude ones. So I would just be careful going up there, but head straight on through. You shouldn't run into too much trouble.
Thank you for the information. You've been very kind. It's nice to see pleasant people around town, especially after what we've experienced a while back. But kindness is appreciated.
Likewise. Thank you very much, and happy travels.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
The wagon just goes.
Okay. I'm on the wrong thing. Oh, please. Actually, if you guys need a quick bathroom break, I need to find the
Sure.
thing that I lost. So I need like 2 minutes. I'm actually going to run to the bathroom myself too. So I'll be
Okay.
right back.
So,
Great.
a quick group bathroom break. Very cool.
But separately.
But yeah, hopefully not together. That'd be icky.
This one here. Look at her, babe.
Yep. That was half the day. She's just sleeping like that.
This is killing me. Okay, I'm gonna run and leave the camera like this so that everyone can enjoy her.
Yeah. Hopefully she won't move.
Puppy cam.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. That's not good. Come back, puppy. Keep an eye on you. Oh, okay. There you go. Oh, now she's just gonna take over the seat. Okay. Uh-oh. Actually, I need to... That looks like...
Dog.
Puppy.
Dog, 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 dog.
You want that camera? What were you getting into?
Hey. Hi, sweet baby. She's not looking at me.
You may have gotten into your food. I saw her all of a sudden like that way. Over it.
Hi.
I can't.
Hello. Oh, she looked away.
I can't tell if it was eaten or not.
You're gonna have a bowl of doggy kisses now with your dinner.
All I can tell is that
She's looking at her lips.
you smell your breath. Let me smell your breath. You cut the breath.
Sorry. We think that she may have gotten into my food
Oh, we heard.
when I went to the bathroom.
What? She pulled a sneaky?
Just a
She
couple of
did.
doggy kisses in there.
But you know what? I'm glad that I put the camera on her so that he could watch. Yeah, I'll probably not. I don't think there's anything in there that's like a problem. Yes.
No, it's for you. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's just licking her lips now, is the thing.
Yeah.
She knows what's up.
So cute.
Any sauce? Any sauce?
Yeah, this is
As
This
it's not
is my
shot for
life
24
now.
hours.
I don't
Yeah,
think Joe
this
likes
is
her
my
at
life
all.
no,
Yeah.
not one bit. Not one bit. Yep.
What's her name again?
Carla.
That is the cutest name.
Yeah. That was her name when we got her, and we were like, they asked us if we liked Carla, and we were like, yeah, it's pretty great.
It's pretty good.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah. Usually, preset dog names aren't that good.
Yeah. Yeah. No. She's pretty awesome. Like, I don't know that we could have asked for a better pupper.
So freaking cute. Can't handle it.
I know. Although it's hilarious because his nephew is, we're realizing, just like terrified. I don't think he's terrified, but he's real scared of animals.
Oh.
But he like doesn't want to be. He wants to be around them, but like when we ask him to like pet her, he takes 2 fingers and he like barely touches the back of her head. And anytime she like turns her head towards him, he's like, "Is she gonna bite me?" Like he actually says those words. And I was like, I don't think he's ever been bitten by
Right.
like anyone's dogs, but he's that way with the cats too. If
Funny.
they get anywhere near, like he wants to be on top of them, but then as soon as they get near him, he's like, "It's furry."
It's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's a crazy kid.
Yep.
I think it
I miss
might
our long
just
talk.
be- I think it might just be like, at least when I was younger, I was afraid to get too close to animals just because I had that knowledge of animals can attack you.
Right.
So I think it's just that like constant just warning going off that's kind of alarming to
Yeah.
a younger child.
But also, like, we brought him into the house while Joe was cuddling with her while she was on her back, like belly exposed, and she was like licking his face, licking my face, and I was like, "Look, see, she just licks. Like, she doesn't bite, she just licks. Do you want her
Yeah.
to lick you? No, no."
You might think I taste good and then want to eat me.
Right?
Exactly.
So, baby.
Yeah, all our puppy does is bite my leg hair.
Perfect.
That's what my cat does to him. She only does
Well,
it when she's hungry, though.
Getting leg hair pulled hurts so much worse than I thought it would.
Oh my goodness. Good stuff.
The scene's conversation with Fritz and Giggles.
No. Cutscene. Ba-da-da-bow. Just talk
But
about
now I
dogs.
can't finish my dinner because I'm scared that you ate it. You jerk.
I mean, has she licked your mouth yet?
No, but she was licking her own mouth quite a bit.
Her own mouth? I mean,
Yes,
that's
she was,
kind of what your tongue
yeah.
does. Like, my tongue is licking my own mouth literally constantly.
Oh, that's true.
Was she licking anything, like, else that you don't want in your mouth?
I don't know.
Okay.
We shall see.
Like, was she doing any, like, self-maintenance that you, like, don't want in your mouth?
I mean, yes, she does that a lot. She cleans.
Then
Yeah.
I would agree to not eat your dinner. But if she's,
Yeah.
like, just learning how to lick things, then maybe she's, I don't know.
I think she knows.
How to lick things.
She's 2. She
Okay.
knows how to lick all the things. Man, though,
She's proficient in licking.
like, I thought that my cats shed a lot.
Yeah, right?
Like, she is. We need to get that brushed, babe.
Dogs are, like, hemorrhaging fur all the time.
Yeah, but
I mean,
she has
no,
no
well-
fur.
We're gonna do a bath tomorrow.
Nice.
Um,
Okay, I found the item I lost. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay, so on your next day of travel, you're going to make it to within just a few miles of the next town, which you would understand to be Triboar, given the information you learned last night. And off the road, you find a sort of familiar sight to just a couple days ago, but to a much larger scale.
Oh, Jesus.
Just
Oh,
off the
no.
road, you're going to find several large divots, but no bodies. And not much farther off of the road, you'll find a couple of mounds with what would clearly be at least 2 Terran and Gert ceremonially placed markings for, you would assume, to be graves. And not patrolling, but walking around the area, you will find a human woman sort of pacing back and forth between some of the divots and these small mounds.
Aaron is going to approach the mounds. Excuse me, can I tell if she's religious or if she's just a person?
Make an investigation check.
I'm gonna figure out how to address her because I don't want to. Investigation. Poop. Yeah, probably not good because got plus 2. Oh, no, that's not my number. Oh, that is my number.
I see a 19. Is that it?
Yeah, that's 19.
Okay. As you're walking toward her, and she turns around to respond to you, it seems pretty clear to you that she's at least not like outwardly displaying any sort of religious, no holy symbols, no special robes, nothing along those lines. She's going to respond. Hello, travelers. My name is Darathra. Are you by chance heading to Triboar?
Oh,
We were actually heading to Yartar.
Yes, of course. Well, I can assure you there will be no need for Yartar. The trade in Triboar is far superior.
Good to know.
If you don't mind me asking, why are you pacing back and forth?
Well, as Lord Protector of Triboar, it's my duty to make sure I tend to dangerous dealings in and nearby, and this was not here 2 weeks ago. It's also very messy work. I'm disappointed, and I must protect my town.
Did you make these graves?
Certainly not. I have much more tact when it comes to protecting my people.
Would you mind if I examined them?
Don't mind at all. Try to keep bodies off of my road, though, please. She's like clearly annoyed by the whole situation at hand as she's pacing back and forth and trying to like check out the divots and see if there's anything on the mounds and things like that while she's talking to you the whole time.
Yeah, Taryn just wants to see if there are like any names or like any clues to maybe who was buried or who is buried here or who buried somebody here.
Okay, make another investigation check. The first one is for checking out this person.
So, one, give me another high roll.
Nice.
Natural
Row,
20.
row, row.
It's sadly not a crit success, but 20 still good.
Yep. So there's nothing written anywhere. There's no symbols, there's no writing, nothing. But you would be able to tell, as you're getting closer to the mounds, that there is a stench of death. And as you're talking with, I lost her name already.
Diathra. Yeah.
Yep. She would also iterate. My sources have told me that this was an ambush that headed south after it was finished. Lots of well-armed people, and which is highly unusual for this road. I understand that there were religious folks and dwarves involved. The whole thing sounds like a damn mess.
Wonderful.
Were the folks involved the people who have passed away, or the people who continued to on south?
I would assume both. My information is not as complete as I would like it to be. Apparently, I have hired amateurs for my recon, so that's why I'm out here myself today.
Maybe they didn't tell you all of your information.
Or they didn't stick around long enough to see the whole thing unfold. Weak-hearted fools.
I think we know where to go now. I think we turn around and try to maybe find out if they are at Sunder Hills.
As you guys are sort of parsing this out, you see two youngish men, not teenagers, but like I guess comparatively like early 20s, running up to her from the north, like waving her down. Mr. Rothra, we have more information. And she'll respond, "Oh, do you now? It's about damn time. It's been a week." They're going to respond, apparently, this was a group of people heading toward Yartar. But they were ambushed at the intersection, and whoever survived was taken to, what was it called? Summit Hall. Yeah, Summit Hall.
Summit Hall.
So wait, they were going to Yartar from where?
Well, shit. I don't know. And they would be like clearly ashamed at the fact that they can't answer your question.
Right.
And Dorathra's going to pipe in and say, "Incomplete information as usual. Well, at least we know that they're far away from here, if that piece is at least correct. But I implore you to go back now and get the rest of the story." And the two of them are going to kind of look at each other like, what do we do now? And she's going to, now! And they sort of turn right around and scamper back off to the town to your north.
Right.
How far? You go ahead, Gert. I've been talking.
Well, I was just wondering if we would be able to chat with whoever the survivor was. The person you took to Summit Hall?
Oh, I haven't taken anybody. It sounds like the survivors of this little skirmish were taken there.
How far away is Summit
As
Hall?
prisoners, maybe.
Summit Hall's a long way from here. You'd have to go way back south to Westbridge and take the stone trail all the way through the hills to the southeast. Have you been to Red Larch?
Yeah.
There's- Well,
Sorry, what did you say about Red Larch?
Have you been to Red Larch?
Yeah. Yeah, we've
Much
been
as-
there.
Much as I don't like the constable in charge there, he is very well informed for someone in his position, so he may have more information on how to get there quickly, but as far as I can tell from here, that would be the best way to go.
why? May I ask, do you not like the constable?
Well, he happens to have quite possibly the most successful trade city in this valley, so we gotta take what we can get.
Is there any reason you dislike him, like professionally, other than just personally?
Well, I could do for better trade in my city and a little bit less of this business. And she sort of gestures to the mess around. But I will admit, as much as it grieves me to say so, that he does run a pretty tight ship. So maybe I could learn a thing or two from him.
Oh.
We got to, I will say, and then it basically froze.
Man, sorry about
It froze and then it went.
that.
Yeah, it caught up. It was
That's
crazy.
exactly what it said.
Fast forwarded through everything I said. She said, as much as I don't like how much of the trade he gets in his city versus mine, he does run a tight ship security-wise, so I guess there is a thing or two I could learn from him.
Yep.
So, should we go back to Red Larch and talk to the constable, or should we just try to get to Summit Hall on our own?
I mean, we're literally like, we can see Triboar from where we are. I feel like we should at least do like a Scotia recon there before we turn around. Because it's going to take us, what, 4-5 days to get back to Red Larch?
Yes.
And we're like literally right there.
Yeah, it would be
So wait,
good to
are
get
we-
the lay of the land.
Yeah.
Are we totally giving up on Yartar as well?
I mean, I think maybe we decide when we get to Triboar.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's go to Triboar.
Right.
Triboar.
I'm sure we will be back in contact with you, ma'am. But we are going to work towards figuring out what happened. And then I stiff nod because I'm kind of afraid of her. She has a lot of feelings that don't tend to be the same way that I feel things.
Okay. All right, so she will respond very well. Be sure to check them in at the stables for good keeping, and she'll gesture toward your horses as you head out.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, so heading toward Triboar. Now toward the
Hooray.
end of the day, you are going to find yourselves walking into a town not too different from Westbridge. A lot of farmland around here. Clearly healthy crops happening all around, all the sides of this area, with your main road going to the east that you've been told about, as well as this main road going north-south. Rather than just barns, though, you'll see a disproportionate amount of stables, as well as what look like woodworking shops, and then one single inn.
Do we want to try for the end tonight?
I mean, I'm game.
It's sweet.
Whirl, you want to see if you can get us some free accommodations?
I would love to try.
I forgot what
nice
that
to
was.
sleep.
What is it?
So it's called. Let me find it. Future Straits.
Being a bard, you mean not having to pay for life?
No, it's not that I'm a bard. It's that I can gain. It's called the feature is called by popular demand, and it says you can always find a place to perform, usually at an inn or a tavern. Blah blah blah. At such a place, you receive free lodging and food of a modest and comfortable standard, as long as you perform each night.
Nice. And that is okay. Yep. So are you going for that right away at the inn?
I mean, yeah, I think I'll wing it at the end and like see what happens.
Okay.
And then while we're there, if anyone else wants to like see if there's, or I could also ask if there's where the stables are, or a good stable or a cheap stable for the evening for
All
our
of the above.
yet unnamed horse friends.
Okay.
Where the RT boys can stay.
Yeah, where the RT boys can stay.
So talking to, I'm assuming just like a bartender or server at the bar. This is a very similar
Sure.
setup to the inn in Red Larch. You guys would know this is pretty standard that inns basically have like a main level common area with like seating for food and drink and social activity, and then rooms all around and on multiple levels. So this is the same setup, and if you're talking with a server about this, they'll indicate really any of the stables are great. All of the keepers and owners, they actually share in their revenues. So, you know, personal preference is really just down to the person rather than price. And he assures you that your horses will be well taken care of.
Thanks.
Hey, you guys wouldn't by chance want like a little, background music for the evening, would you? And I pull out my lovely dulcimer. Be like, I might be able to swing some music for you.
As far as I'm concerned, it would always bring in a little bit more business as long as you're good.
I mean, I like to think so.
Have at it. And he'll sort of
great.
gesture to an empty corner for you to do what you will.
Cool. Well, I pull out my dulcimer, and had I planned this better, I found a bunch of popular songs played on dulcimer recently.
Nice.
So next time I will find a way to get dulcimer music playing, and it'll be tight because I'm excited.
Nice.
Just have a Spotify playlist up, like right next to all your D&D stuff.
They're almost all on YouTube because like no one that plays a dulcimer is younger than like 42.
Fair.
It's a lot of like one dude like playing like Blackbird or like Sweet Caroline.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, just
I
imagine
wanna know.
Sweet Caroline being played on a dulcimer. Should I roll anything to like prove that I'm playing?
Let's do a performance check.
Cool.
Actually, let me check out your. That was in your features, right?
It's in my description.
Oh.
It's my background. Yeah, I have to like really look for it every time.
I just want to see if it says anything about like results of
I have to.
performing.
It is in the background, but it is a feature gained from the background.
Okay.
Right.
So it does count as a feature.
But like I will play. I'll roll for performance, like for kicks and giggles if you want to, or for crits and giggles.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we are gonna do the roll for performance just for like you said.
Just to see what happens.
Yeah.
Tight.
Nice.
I guess that was okay. I did a perfectly fine job.
Yeah, no, you did
didn't-
great. In fact,
I didn't even have to play Wonderwall. Like, it was fine.
Yep. So you like from the get-go, you play great, and maybe a little singing with it. I'm not gonna make you
like
sing
right
right
now?
now. I'm not gonna make you
Next
sing right
time, if I have background music, I don't mind singing.
Okay.
I'm not going to do anything else.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I wasn't implying that you should sing right now. Just
Okay.
just sort of for flavor in game. And I'll say that this ends up this sort of natural performance on your part sort of spins up this aura effect around you. And this is going to be like an attractive trait to a lot of people in this town because being a smaller, only human town, you're starting to get the vibe, like from the few times that you've been noticed, that people don't really see people like you often, if ever. So there's like a genuine curiosity and like attracted to you sort of thing going on. A lot along with the like just hearing music and entertainment value of the music. So you do draw a little bit of a crowd that the bartender will say to the rest of you, this is actually really good. We don't normally get this amount of people in here in the evening. I'd be happy to give you guys a room for the night.
Well, I will say during the performance, I will bust out like a cap and go like busk around and like
Yeah.
try and get some coin while she's performing. Like, come one, come all, come enjoy. World Bard.
You'll have a whirl of a time. Okay.
Yeah.
Making posters now. Hell yes.
Cal is going to resist the urge to think about how they don't have a permit for this locale to do any of these things and just kind of overlook it.
Oh my god, that's great.
Did the busking work? Did we get anything?
Sorry?
Did the busking hat work? Did we get anything?
Yeah.
You know what?
Passing the hat.
Yeah. I'm gonna have
people love my Beyonce wind. I feel like someone's gonna drop some coins.
Yeah, so make a persuasion check, and the result is basically gonna end up being how much you end up getting.
Ah,
Oh,
shit,
big money, no
persuasion.
way.
Come on. 11!
Hey, that's 11 more
Higher
than we
than
had yesterday.
That's something.
After we
That's
dropped
something.
all of that money on those horses.
So
we're
you
good
will end up collecting 11 silver pieces.
call. Hey,
Sweet. I'm gonna give that all the whirl.
I'll take it. And then I will distribute it out later.
Okay, and I'll need everybody except World to make a perception check.
Spooky. Oh no, where's
17?
my mouse go? There it is.
9.
There's the P.
8.
Over there. Hold on, I can't get my button to work. There we go. 16.
Okay, it started with is at the 17, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are we missing? Nope, that's it. Okay, so all four of you are going to experience like a suddenly onset headache. Not like splitting pain, not like you're keeling over or anything like that, but like something twinges in like physically inside of all of your heads, and you feel this sort of wincing. Taryn, you're going to end up feeling. How do I want to describe this? I guess I'm just going to say feeling a voice. Like not hearing a voice, you're clearly not, somebody around you is clearly not talking to you, but you are hearing something being said. And it is a soft, unfamiliar voice that says, "The path of a cleric is one of many sacrifices and choices." And you are going to see, you're going to swear that you see yourself, Gert, and Cal stand up on the other side of the room and walk out.
I'm gonna I'm gonna try to follow them and get their attention.
Oh, you're going to have that same see the same thing, but you did not hear that message.
I'll kind of lock eyes with Taryn. Like, did you? What?
Just go where we're going, but without the words.
Okay, yeah, I'm following.
Okay.
Oh,
As
shit.
soon as you guys step outside, you see nobody.
Okay.
Right. So Whirl isn't the only one.
Yeah, I'm just blissfully
was
unaware because
anyone-
I'm playing music right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, yeah, Cal and I just have headaches. We have no idea what you guys are seeing.
You would have definitely noticed them kind of look at each other funny and then stand up and rush to the door. But that's about it. Yes.
So Whirl isn't the only one hearing voices anymore.
Who's talking to you?
And that's a question I would like to know the answer to as well.
Okay.
They just said to me the path of a cleric is one of many choices, and Cal and Gert walked out.
Taryn, make a religion check at advantage.
Oh, so weird.
Oh, come on. Where's my R's? There they are. Boop. Boop.
Okay.
Twice. Did it roll twice? Yes. 16.
You have a hard time telling for sure because you really haven't firsthand experienced this kind of thing before, but you have learned in your upbringing as a cleric that it's not unusual to receive messages from your patron at critical points in life.
Okay, I think I'm talking to God.
Okay. That's a little strange. I mean, you're a cleric, so that's normal, I guess. I don't have anyone like that I can talk to, so that is a Taryn and Gert thing. Did they sound ominous? Were they trying to guide you? Did you see ourselves walk out of the goddamn tavern here?
That's not quite sure how to describe the intonation, but I did see Gert and Cal walk out, but not us.
Did I see all four, the four of us minus Whirl?
Yeah, you both saw all four of you. Yeah, mine not Whirl.
Oh, I misunderstood.
Okay, yeah. So Taryn, you're the only one who heard what you heard, but both of you saw what you would have sworn to be yourselves and everybody except Whirl, but from another side of the room. So twins of everybody stand up and walk out.
And we didn't see anyone outside when we got out here.
Correct.
Okay. Well, I'm not one for splitting the party, so let's go ahead and head back in and see if Cal or Gert or maybe a very performative Whirl saw anything. I don't know. This is very strange.
Weird that they didn't come out and investigate if they didn't see it.
I don't know. Weird things happen, and I don't know if everyone takes the initiative. I trust them that they would, but I don't know if they saw anything. Do you want to go ask them? Want to go ahead in?
Let's go ask Cal and Gert.
Okay. Yeah, we'll head back inside and walk over to the table. So raise your hand if you got a headache. Weird. Okay. Raise your hand if you heard a god talking to you. Cool. Raise your hand if you saw the four of us on the other side of the room walk out of the tavern.
Whirl,
Blissfully unaware.
I'm going to have you make a retroactive perception check.
Cool. Boop, boop. Boop.
Not
Oh,
one
dear.
person left while you were performing. You know that for sure.
Oh, wacky. Okay, but I just know that they didn't leave. Okay.
What the fuck? Okay.
Wait.
But I also
Brain.
Ash is
also-
really thrown off right now.
Well, and I've not shared any of this information, so they don't even know that they haven't left yet because I'm still on stage. Correct?
I thought you were talking with them. Sorry.
I didn't think I was. I can be back talking to them and like high-fiving people and sit back down.
I'm gonna say that this conversation is happening after you've finished.
Cool. So yeah, I did not. I was watching the whole room, and I did not see anybody get out of our table.
Okay. I'm creeped out. Raise your hand if you want to stay in Triboar tonight. Cool.
Then I think it's time to leave.
Do we maybe want to like detect some magic? Koff looks at Gert.
Oh, right. Yeah, I've got that thing, don't I?
Yeah.
You guys are the magic peoples.
You have
Yeah.
You can do
you
the
have like
thing.
secret magic abilities.
Oh,
Like
hi, honey.
party. Oh,
Sorry.
the puppy paw.
Yes.
Plus,
gave me- Yeah. She just gave me a nice big stretch. Yeah. I would like to detect magic to see if to see what's going on with everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're just casting it where you are.
Yep.
Okay. Is that a 30 foot? There it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
30
30
feet.
feet.
Okay. Okay. You get the familiar pings of magic energy coming from the Staff of Magic missile that Whirl has, the brooch that Cal has, and you're getting. I'm gonna have you make a investigation check actually,
Okay.
because you're kind of looking for something specific.
Can I help her with that because I'm proficient?
Boo!
I don't
Yeah,
need
you
help.
got
I got
that.
good
You got
one.
Need help.
Never mind, amazing lady.
Again, I am on fire tonight.
Gert and Taryn, correct me if I'm wrong, but you have holy symbols, correct?
Yes. It's a silver flame necklace.
I should.
Okay.
I don't know that I do.
That's okay.
I can make
Sure.
one up by the end of next week.
That's
Yeah, I
that's
have
fine.
I have holy symbol in my bag.
Okay.
But it just
That's okay. So we don't. If you want to be more descriptive about what it actually is, to this point it hasn't been important, so that's okay. But you have one.
yes.
So I'm gonna say you were kind of looking for something specific, and that specific thing was like magic around you that created the effect that just happened. Being a practicing learning cleric, but having a really good sense of being able to detect magic, you're able to clearly identify the staff, the brooch, and you get a sort of warm energy. It's not magical, but you can definitely feel it off of your holy symbol and Taryn's holy symbol. And you're getting a faint sort of sense of that energy around you, but it's very faint at first and it fades away very quickly.
Did you find anything?
I mean it feels like the gods are trying to speak to us. I mean, obviously somebody spoke to you. But I'm getting some small feelings off of our holy symbols, which is odd.
They're not bad in any way, are they? It's not a.
No, it's kind of just warm. Yeah, it's there, and then yeah, It's there and then it just kind of fades. So I don't know.
Is pointed out that when I told her about it, that it might be them trying to guide me. Maybe they're trying to tell us to leave.
I could see that. If you saw a vision of all of us leaving. Although I can't say I wouldn't enjoy a warm bed tonight, but if it's not a safe warm bed, then yeah, maybe we should grab the horses and
Yeah.
head out for a little bit.
Where should we go? Just try to make it back to Westbridge, or go all the way to, or not stop traveling until we get to Red Larch?
Well, are
Red Larch is a
we?
few days.
To
Yeah.
everybody.
5 days.
I mean, we intended to make this trip to Yartar. So why don't we just keep moving ahead and see if there's any more information that we can get out there?
But the
Unless-
delegate,
yeah.
no, the delegates were going to Yartar though, and then they had not. So, and then these graves were before the city of Triboar, which maybe means that they never even made it there.
Yeah. Coming from the north? They must have been. They were coming from the north and going south. But we saw them but the graves were south of the city. And if they were going to Yartar, they would have been traveling east. They wouldn't have gone further south.
But didn't looking for name. I didn't put the name down. Yes.
Yartar?
Yartar. Didn't she say that that's where she was told the delegation was going? Was Yartar?
I mean, she didn't have a whole lot of information because her people didn't have a whole lot of information. And when I asked, wait, what direction were they going? The kids looked at me like they didn't know.
You asked what direction were they coming from?
Right, which the direction they're coming from and the direction they're going are going to be opposite directions. But like either way, like no one really knows what happened to the people, and we didn't get a straight answer on where they were from or going. So we kind of have no idea where, like, I feel like we didn't get a straight answer on any of it, other than there's a dead group of people here.
And there are survivors at Summit
Right.
Hall.
Do we have any idea what is in Yartar that was the reason that they were coming from Yartar?
I don't know why they were making, like, it seemed like Yartar was their sort of pit stop.
Right.
But if they were coming from the north, that seems like quite a side trek.
So there must be something
if they are
important there.
eventually, yeah.
I think we go to Yartar because we're already this close, and it's going to take us 5 days to get back to Red Larch, and then who knows what will be left when we get back there.
Right. We might get some answers in Yartar. I don't know exactly what that would be. But maybe we can still, find, what's his name? Ruldenfar? Gimlin's brother?
Yes.
At the very least. I don't know. Options, I guess.
Yeah.
We can find out if the delegation did make it to Yartar or not.
Sounds like a good call. especially since it's like a day and a half to 2 days out, if that.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
this whole area is giving me really creepy vibes, but I would rather sleep under the stars and be cold all night rather than be in a place that's making me hallucinate.
Fair.
So we should probably set up watches
Yeah,
while we're on the road for these couple days.
I'm okay with that.
Cool.
So
That's good.
off to Yartar with
Okay, so did you guys, so you decided to spend the night at the inn here?
No, we are
Oh.
leaving the
No, sir.
You're
inn
not.
because
Okay.
we are spooked.
Okay.
We are spooked.
Okay.
this Bulak.
So we're gonna collect our horses and go like, I don't know, a mile outside of the town
Okay.
and make
And I'm
camp.
gonna, yeah, and like assuming we probably all ate for free. Or like
yes.
ate for a small amount of money type.
Yes. Okay, so the stable owners will be a bit surprised to see you guys coming back so soon. To gather your horses up, they're sort of like in the middle of feeding them and sort of brushing them a little bit, and they're clearly about to be closing things up, but you don't really run into any resistance to gathering up and heading out.
Yep, sorry, emergency, we can't stay, we gotta go. Thanks so much. We'll probably maybe be back, and I don't know. Okay, bye.
Perfect. Succinct.
They're gonna
Cheers.
kind of just like look at each other and shrug, and then keep going to
Yeah.
their closing up shop activities.
That high persuasion skill.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not good.
Well, mine's like obscene.
Okay, so you're able to make it about a mile outside of the town to the east before it's like hard nightfall.
Okay.
Did you guys
Yeah,
say
well-
you wanted to like set up watches or something along those lines?
Sure.
Yes, sir. I can take first watch.
I'll take second.
What's the length of our watches?
Usually 2 hours.
Sounds good.
2
Because
hour
you need
watches
at least
for
6 hours of sleep within a 8-hour long rest.
Fair.
That's good.
I will do third.
Yeah. Fourth.
Usually if you do like 2 hours each, that I'm just gonna say
Great.
that covers it, so you can
Cool.
pretty much
Perfect.
get it done in 2 watches. And any combination of people, or if anybody wants to do solo watches, you'll just have to establish who's doing it and when.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go first.
Second.
If we want a third.
It's probably good.
Cool.
Okay, so the first watch is the 3 of you.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll need the 3 of you to make perception checks, please. As Cal and Gert drift
Good at
off into their
perception.
sleep for the evening.
I'm okay at perception.
I'm scared.
All right, you're on like high alert, like wide eye, checking out, like shit, we're out in the wild. You've done this a few times, of course, on the travel so far, but you're particularly spooked by the evening that just happened in Triboar, and everything leading up to it. Whirl and Terran, you're going to notice that Cal is sort of muttering in his sleep. Cal, you have the most vivid dream that you've ever had, but it's really odd. You see as if you're just like staring into the sky, wide open eyes, but you're going to hear a voice that kind of almost sounds like singing. Vas du maj, saka, sino du maj, saka. those exact sounds are what Whirl and Terran witness Cal sort of muttering in his sleep. And Cal, those are the sounds that you hear in your dream. And this will be the time that you guys wake up to trade watches.
Okay.
Cool. I'll be like, hey, not to creep you out, buddy, Cal, but you were muttering some weird stuff in your sleep.
What?
Cal, you
You make
would
everybody-
you can choose to share this with the group or not, of course, but you would have the wherewithal to have understood words that were being said. You did not know that you were kind of mirroring them as they were being said, but you would understand what was being said. I'm actually going to DM you the words.
Sick.
It probably wasn't that important. We can talk about in the morning.
Well, Cal, it's our turn. So, you and me, bud. Let's watch the team.
Or what?
It's our turn.
I don't remember volunteering for a watch.
Cool. Then I'll do it by myself. Jerk.
I mean, if you want a buddy for X number of more hours, I can sleep on the drive.
Watch everything. Watch out for everything. So I was just gonna go get some shadow.
If you want to go back to sleep, Cal, that's okay. Sleep is nice. You should take advantage of that.
Jerk.
He's already snoring again.
Tight.
Oh, bummer. All right. So it's just Gert making a
Yep.
perception check, please.
All right.
I
All
believe in
right.
Gert.
Go on, keep the streak.
What am I doing?
This is a perception check.
Perception. Okay. Come on. All right.
Boom! Best perception check of the current set of perception checks.
All right. So, being a bit more alert than you might normally be, since you are accidentally on your own.
Sorry about
you
that.
can-
I thought we were saying
I
what
know, I
shifts we were taking.
Didn't get that math right.
You can hear the faint howl of wolves in the distance and other, you know, like bugs, cricket-like creatures chirping nearby. But other than that, your watch passes without any events.
Oh, good. All right. I go and I kick Cal in the butt and I say, "Wake up, Sleeping Beauty. It's time to go." And then I gently wake everyone else up. Good morning, sweethearts. I think we better get on our way to Yartar.
Did anything happen last night, Gert?
Nope, it was fine. Luckily.
Cool.
Yep. That's all.
Yartar.
Here we go.
To Yartar.
To Yartar.
Yartar.
1 day passes, 2 days pass. Anything in particular that anybody would like to discuss or think about, figure out before getting to the city?
Nope.
I mean, Cal did mention that he would let us know in the morning what his what that dream was that everybody was talking about.
I did.
Huh? You
Yeah,
did?
I also remember that vividly as a person who
Yeah.
hadn't been awake for 4 hours just then.
What what did you all hear?
Just some.
Some weird words.
Nothing.
It
that
could have
we
been mushmouth, or it could have been a language that we don't know you speak. You know, the usual.
So clarification, DM, was it just in a different language that nobody could speak and that I understood, or?
Yes, you would have understood it to be draconic.
Okay. So it was spoken in Draconic and nobody else speaks Draconic.
Correct.
No, Taryn does, doesn't he? Because
No, I can speak Infernal and
that's
Abyssal
right.
and Celestial.
Okay.
shit.
Okay. Well, that. Well, that might explain a little bit because yeah, I was sort of speaking in the native Draconic tongue.
Mm.
If it's as you've described it. It was very familiar too. I feel like I've met this person before, and they were. Well, what they had said to me was, my fate must be silver lined. I will take and make my own. I have always hated a silver line. I will take and make my own.
Is that like a song that you know, or
Not quite sure
that
what
Chaucer?
it is.
No,
An old.
16.
You know, it sounded like it was coming from the one that we met in that one cave, that first cave we visited outside of Red Larch.
Like the creepy guy with the high voice.
Necromancer?
What, yeah.
The one
Yeah.
that was like, "You would never defeat us." That guy.
And then proceeded to get his spine and skull sucked into a mirror.
Forgot about that juicy detail.
Or was it the like low spooky voice that was demonically laughing because I accidentally made him laugh? Because there were two voices on that guy.
So, Joe, are we looking for a point of clarification, or are you?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm also thinking as a point of clarification, was it that one or was it a different one?
Okay. So, I wanted to ask because I didn't want to, like, if you were intentionally trying to keep something on the down low, I don't want to accidentally expose it now. So are you like freely sharing what I tell you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna just try and.
There
I'm doing
were-
it in a way that's kind of an in-character thing that I would try to be investigating this, but yeah, I'm a little lost myself. So.
Okay. And I apologize if this was lack of clarity on my part, but we'll fix that now. There were 3 voices in the cave. One was the necromancer, the high-pitched, weird, scared guy. There was a second voice, and that is this voice, Cal, that said the words, "He has failed us, end it." And then there was a third voice emanating from the necromancer when it seemed he was possessed. The second is the one that you just heard overnight.
Okay.
Told y'all, it's mind control. It's mind control. We screwed.
Don't
You're
lie.
trying to tear us apart from the inside. By
Cal,
inside, I mean
make an
inside
Arcana
the
check.
What?
Let's have Cal make an Arcana check.
Right.
19.
Okay. This, you are very confident, doesn't really match what you would understand to be mind control. It feels different than that, like as if you had a connection. not too different from what
Certainly.
Taryn's connection with his patron or Gert's connection with her patron might be like, but it's also not the same.
So
But
yeah,
you-
I don't.
Go ahead.
I don't feel like this. Whatever was happening to me, I was being taken control of. I think it was more of a message, some sort. Whether it's a warning, an omen, a suggestion, I'm not sure yet, but
Do you think maybe he was trying to get you to switch sides? It's this voice is directly talking to you. I mean, I don't know if that would be the case. I'm just putting it out there as a possibility.
could be. Until I get more information about it, I'm not going to think too deeply into it. It doesn't seem to make sense to me right now as a phrasing.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's continue to Yartar.
All right. So as you guys are crossing this bridge, and I promise you that this is all on purpose. It's not like just a played out default. Gert and shoot, your factions are not this page. There we are. Is and Whirl, you are going to hear you've now experienced this before, so you're very certain that this is a magically sent message. As you're nearing the town, that says,
Real quick, I didn't hear you. Who is receiving it?
this is and Gert. I swear to God, I find the exact spot I need and then I scroll away from it. Sorry, guys. Here it is. You guys hear at the same time, dangerous orb of fire stolen from Triboar. Hands of Yartar auctioning orb to highest bidder. Please recover orb and return it to Triboar. It's a very monotonous, non-direct message. Feels like something that's kind of just being broadcast, but only the two of you can hear it.
That's strange because we're in different factions.
Are you?
Yes. Whirl and Is are in the same faction.
It's Whirl and Is, not Gert and Is.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. That's
Thank you.
Yeah,
No, I
I
never
was
get my
just-
shit
I was like-
straight.
We're all literally one syllable, so that's
Yeah.
understandable.
Nope, entirely
Also,
my fault.
Yeah.
Taryn's the only one that's multiple syllable here.
Right.
I'm 1.5 syllables. I'm not even a full 2.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm feeling a little off my game right now.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
okay.
okay.
Whirl and Is, not Gert's.
Honorary Harper. There, Gert.
All right, Harper.
There you go.
I'm
Oh, I gotta switch this.
gonna look at it is and be like, "Did you hear that too, or are people just talking to me again?" You did?
No, yeah, I heard that.
Cool.
Weird Harper shit. Cool.
Yeah. So apparently, someone has stolen a fire orb from Triboar and is selling it on the black market, and we have been broadcast to find it and return it to Triboar. You know, normal stuff.
Just regular fire orb stuff every day, you know?
Did the broadcast say where the orb was now, or just say that it was stolen?
They
Pretty much-
said.
I believe it was.
Oh,
in
sorry.
Triboar.
You're not asking me.
No, I just don't remember
Yeah,
exactly
I'm
what was said.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to? I can reiterate
Yeah.
the message. Dangerous orb of fire stolen from Triboar. Hands of Yartar auctioning orb to highest bidder.
Hands of Yartar.
maybe go. So it seems like going to Yartar was the right decision.
Yep.
Let's see if we can find the hands of Yartar.
Sounds good and totally not creepy.
We're not gonna die.
Okay. I think that this is a good spot to take like a legit intermission.